What's up, friends? It's Moses here. I haven't talked to you guys for over a month. I hope that you guys are doing well. Today is Sunday. I'm just starting my shift. I just wanted to come on here, say hi to you, and also update you. Like I promised, I said that you remember at the beginning of the year, I got the camera facing inside, and I promised that I'll give you an update after driving with it to see if there are any changes. Looks like we don't have any loads coming out of the rail here in Hazlet. So what I'm starting off with is across town. I'm gonna take this chassis over to KCS, pick up a load from KCS, and then head to Dallas. I only have one pre-plan so far, which tells me that we are really slow. I don't know if the train is gonna come in. I didn't ask, but hopefully when the train comes, by the time I'm done with this load, the train will be maybe in, or hopefully they have any pickups. I know last night they didn't have any pickups. We were doing deliveries for the most part. So I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. Just need to stop by this truck stop. I need to use the restroom and also get myself a cup of coffee before I continue on. I'm already in Wiley. For those of you that don't know, the rail is just across the street. My coffee. So we get these cups from in there. Coffee is free of charge. So what I do is I get it and then I put it in my cup here, because this keeps it hot for a long time. But if I take this inside there, that means I have to pay for the coffee. If I get their cup, I don't have to pay for the coffee. Interesting. Okay, so after having this camera for more than a month in my truck, let's talk about my observation and my take. Really, my observation is, I think, what I had thought before, right? Because my thinking was, it's not gonna make such a big difference, and I don't see it. It doesn't make a big difference. I'm saying from my point of view, in terms of what people were scared about. When you first start out with the camera, you know, like the first days, the first weeks, you'll be kind of like wondering, what is it recording? How am I supposed to be? Because you don't know, right? So the first few days and first few weeks, you probably are wondering, what's going to happen? Am I going to get into any trouble? Because what happens is, like I told you guys, as soon as that green light turns on, it starts recording everything until you stop and apply the brakes. That's when it stops recording. Actually, they even tell you if you're stopped, like right now, there's a blue light. It's not supposed to be recording, but if I wanted to be sure that I'm not being recorded, I can even cover it. Like I can cover it if I want to. I mean, I don't have to, but if I wanted to, you can cover it just for you to be sure that you're not being recorded. But so what happens, the way for me I'm looking at this is, unless you are really doing something that you shouldn't be doing, you shouldn't be worried about it, because as I said, the first few weeks you're kind of like wondering what's happening, but then you realize after being with it for a couple of weeks, you realize it's the same thing. You drive exactly the way you've been driving. The only thing is, it may make you a better driver in that maybe you think twice about what you want to do. If you're going to do something you shouldn't be doing, then you catch yourself and you don't do it. Now, the one thing, okay, let's first say this. The thing that at least it has been warning me again most of the time is to do with speeding. It looks like it's not up to date, so there are times when I will be in a zone and it will say I'm speeding, but I'm not actually speeding. So when that happens, I don't even mind it. I'll be going down maybe the highway and I'm supposed to be at 65 or 70, and it will tell me I'm speeding. I may even be at maybe like 62 and it's like I'm speeding. So in that case, I don't mind it because I know I'm in a zone where I'm fine. The other thing it has warned me about is the seat belt. Now, when we are in the rail or at customer property, we don't have to have our seat belt. So if it warns you, I think it gives you, I don't know, maybe 3 times. If it tells you 3 times about something like if you don't have your seat belt on and it tells you 3 times and you don't apply the seat belt, it sends that footage to JB Hunt. But if I know I'm at a customer place or at the rail, I don't have to mind it, because if JB Hunt sees that and realizes that I'm in the rail or at the customer place, they won't mind it. But for me, what I've decided to do, kind of so that it's within my, like one of the habits I pick up, is even when I'm in the rail, now I just put on the seatbelt. That way it doesn't have to warn me. But if it does, I don't mind it. The other thing, I'm not sure about it, but I'm thinking it only warns you about the seatbelt if you are above 15 miles per hour. The reason why I say that is there are times I don't have my seatbelt on at a customer place or in the rail and it says nothing. But then there are times I don't have it on and then it says something. So I'm coming to realize that I think if you are in the rail or at a customer's place and you are above 15 miles per hour, that's when it will warn you about that. The other thing that I was surprised about, there's a way, I think it uses like AI, right, to realize if you are being distracted. So if you're doing something in your truck, or if you are somebody who talks on the phone using without using headsets, then it will call that distracted driving. So that a couple of times it has said that it has called me out like distracted driving, and I'm not. And I was wondering, what does it say? Like the first time I was looking around, I'm wondering, what am I doing? And it kept on saying distracted driving. Then the second time it did it, I realized why. There are times I'll be driving and I'll put my hand here and do this. I'm thinking it thinks when I do this, it thinks I have a phone, I'm talking on the phone, especially if it's at night and it can't, I think, pick out what is on or what you are doing. When I do this and it's at night, I think it thinks I'm on the phone. So if you do this for a long time, it thinks you are on the phone, especially at night. I think because it has done that when it's at night and I'm like this, I'm just driving. Or it may be saying I've been in this position for so long, It thinks maybe I'm sleeping. I don't know. But at least that's what I think. It thinks I'm on the phone. The other thing that I'm happy with, that I was worried about and wondering how it's going to work out for me, I do listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to the Bible. I listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts. I listen to speeches, sermons. I listen to stuff a lot. Music. So most of my stuff that I listen to is on my phone. So I was wondering, how is that going to do out? Because I need to listen to something. I don't listen so much to the radio. I listen on my phone. So I was wondering, how will that work out? Because I need to access my stuff. So as long as you are not holding your phone in the hand, it's out there. I will, if say for example, I'm driving and I'm tired of listening to something, I want to change to something else, I will change. I will tap, then just wait. I have to be careful, of course, depending on where I am. Usually I love it when when I'm at the stop sign, and then I quickly do what I need to do. If I want to access maps, I still do access them on my phone. If I want, like we have the rail app, sometimes I need to use the rail app so that by the time I get there, I have a code to let me in. Those are things that are on the phone. So even when I'm driving, I have to, or I can still access those things. The only thing I will say is be very careful. If you are in an accident, if you are involved in something, maybe like you swerve abruptly, they will want to know what happened, right? If you are involved like hard braking, right? You are following so closely and then you hard brake, they want to know what happened. The cameras that we had before, I think they would, if something happened like an accident or hard braking, I think the camera, they would only have footage maybe like back, I don't know if maybe it was a minute or 5 minutes back and in the front. So they only had limited footage. Right now they have the entire footage. If they wanted to see from the time you started your shift driving until whatever event happened, maybe like an accident happened, they can have access to all that footage to determine what really went wrong. So if you think about it that way, nobody is there like every time you're driving looking at you the entire time. It's only activated in the sense that if something happens, that's when they're going to go and look and say, maybe it will send out a signal and then they will see, okay, what is this person doing? Are they being distracted? Why are they swerving? Why did they stop abruptly? So when we talk for the drivers that say, oh, it's only activated in events, it's continuously recording, but the signals are activated when something happens. I don't know if that makes sense. So when you think about it, as long as you are driving very well, probably nothing is going to be activated. If something is activated, then they're going to go look at the footage and then they will determine if you need to do more training, if your manager needs to talk to you or anything like that. Then they're going to send that footage to actually the people, these guys, what are they called? Links, I think. Links will send that footage to JB Hunt, then JB Hunt will look at it, and then when I say JB Hunt, I'm talking about a corporate, like the people in safety. They'll look at it, and if they determine that something needs to be done, they will send that footage to your manager, and then your manager will look at it, call you in, and then have a discussion with you. So again, at the end of the day, as long as you are driving well, I don't think there's any really need to worry. What I've seen where it's also useful, at least from the company standpoint, even for the driver standpoint, is when stuff happens, they are able to pull that footage, and when we are doing like maybe safety training, they can show us some of that footage so we can learn from it. So if you look at it from a positive side of things, you realize that it's not really a bad thing. Yes, I understand people being worried about privacy and all that stuff, but again, it's all about, I think, how you look at it. So when you get used to it, the first few days, few weeks, you'll be like wondering, but when you get used to it, you realize it's like kind of normal. You don't mind it. You even will probably forget that it's there. You don't really forget, at least I haven't forgotten, but at least your mind is no longer trying to figure out what is what, because now you know what your boundaries are. For example, now I know, okay, seat belt, when does it need me to put on my seat belt? When it says I'm speeding and I'm not speeding, what do I need to do? I don't worry about it. Can I access the stuff I need to access on my phone? As long as I'm doing it safely, yes, I can. So hopefully that clears out anything that may some of you may, any questions that some of you may have about it. It's not really as bad as some people thought it would be. I really didn't know that the things that at least I was worried about, I don't need to worry about them. I wonder what they are building here. Texas is growing at a high speed. So I wonder if they're gonna put like a warehouse. Oh, look at that guy. Do you guys see the, it's not a balloon, grinder. Look at that guy. Where did he come from? Oh, he's gonna fall right here? That must be some fun. Very beautiful day for him to be doing that. Good for him. Oh ha! Let me just assume, let me not assume it's just a him. It may be a her. That's awesome. Anyway, I wonder what they're building here. I don't think it's part of BNSF. It may be a warehouse, like you see. After I turn, you're gonna see like that warehouse they built right there. You see that warehouse I'm talking about? That they just built recently. So it looks like they may be pouring somehow warehouses around here. Maybe because of the rail. This place is zoned for like commercial stuff. The other new policy that went into effect during this time that I haven't been talking to you guys is to do with tolls. So you see, like right now I'm passing this side. It's kind of like out of my way. Really, I could have gone and used a little bit of the turnpike that we are allowed to use, but I figured, well, since we are not that very busy and it's a Sunday, I may as well just come this side for the scenery. But what we don't do right now is they don't let us use tolls and express lanes during weekends and nights. So we can only use them Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. because of, like traffic. So during those hours we can use the tolls. But on weekends and at night from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, they want us to avoid using tolls so that they can cut down on expenses. and it works. I was surprised when they said that we have saved more than 200,000, I think, during this time that we haven't used them. We have saved more than 200,000. That is a lot of money. I'm like, wow, those toll people are really using, we are really giving them a lot of money. So that's the new policy. I don't remember, it's been more than a year. I don't know if it may even be like more than 2 years. But I did a video talking about Super Clean. I showed you guys how I used it to clean my truck, you know, like where you had all the fuel and the oils and clean it up. Now Super Clean, you can use it to clean a lot of stuff like oven, oils, just bunch of stuff. They have stuff for like the cars, the rims, tires. They have stuff, you know, like if you are in your driveway and maybe the car leaks oil, stuff that absorbs the oil. They have a lot of products. But when I did that video, I was supposed to do another video to follow up to do a giveaway, which I did not. Again, as I said, it's been a long time. But thankfully, they did reach out to me as a follow-up, and so they are going to give, we are looking to give away 1 bottle of original Super Clean and 1 can of Super Clean aerosol. So if you are interested in getting that, I think the best thing to do is just leave me a comment letting me know what you want. Do you want the original Super Clean, or do you want the Super Clean aerosol, and what you are going to use it to clean? And then what I will do is I will leave if it's 1 person, then we don't have to do anything like a rough or what. If it's more than, like if different people want the product, then what I'll do, I'll just have to kind of collect the names, put them like kind of like in a raffle, just pick one. Whoever gets it will get it. But again, it's 1 bottle of original Super Clean and 1 can of Super Clean aerosol. All you have to do, leave me a comment letting me know which one you want. Now the person who wins has to be in the US. They can't ship it outside the US. You have to have US address. I will let you know if you win, and then you will send me your address, and then they will ship it out to you. If you want to know what it does, just do a YouTube search. There are many people that are using it to tackle different you know, like cleaning jobs. So just let me know, and then we will get that to you.
Yeah, driver success. Yeah, this is driver success. Sharing my life, it's as real as it gets. Keep my faith in my creator, he is my navigator. So tell me if you ready, cause you know I'm rolling steady. A husband, father, Christian and truck driver, telling you my story and the world through my eyes. So keep the faith, let's keep it fresh. And this is driver success. Yeah, let's go.